Thank you for this beautiful today event. Tufi and your team, I really would like to commend you for what you have been doing and what you are doing tonight. By the way, you couldn't have chosen better the date. This is the 21st. This is the solstice. This is the 21st of October of the 21st year of the 21st century. So something good should come out of this day. There is no reason to revisit in depth Lebanon's crisis, violation of sovereignty, the presence of illegal weapons, corruption, the threat of war, a broken political, financial, and economic system that has partly collapsed. Whether this government will be able to implement reforms to save Lebanon remains to be seen. In Lebanon, we work for the best, but plan for the worst. 2 years ago, in September 2019, at this same dinner, I did warn that Lebanon was on the verge of economic and political collapse. You remember. Some said that I exaggerated the threat. Within weeks, collapse began. The recently formed government may or may not solve the most urgent crisis, but it will not be able to solve all of them. Nor do we look to America or the West to solve all of Lebanon's problems. But there are 3 areas where we do urgently need America's help. These areas are neutrality, decentralization, and combating corruption. First, neutrality. I join Patriarch Shrai in his call for Lebanon's government to assert its neutrality. The Lebanese people should not be used as a pawn in regional or global geopolitics. It's not enough to assert neutrality. There must be a plan. American and Western experts should be thinking about how to do this. Some in Washington, though a minority, might believe that the US should help Lebanon to fail. This has already happened in part. What is the plan after this? If that is the extent of strategic thought among certain foreign policy experts, then this is unfortunate. The American people deserve better. The people of Lebanon deserve better. Second, Lebanon's government institutions must decentralize. History shows that states that must decentralize in order to stabilize rarely do so on their own. Bureaucrats and politicians are simply reluctant to reform central administration in order to delegate, deconcentrate, and fundamentally reorder so that local governance will be empowered. More often, politicians and bureaucrats cling to centralized authority until it's too late. And then institutions are rebuilt, slowly, painfully, sometimes with blood. Sometimes it takes centuries. When this happens in history, dark ages often result. Lebanon cannot endure a dark age. Therefore, we must decentralize now. We need the help of American experts, not only in government, but international and consulting experts who have implemented successful programs of subsidiarity. Third, the Lebanese people need America's help to punish those individuals who have stolen from Lebanon's future. You know who they are. We know who they are. The means exist to punish the guilty few rather than the innocent many. There are many other reforms needed, but these are three vital areas where America and the West can help Lebanon to survive, to once again become a model of pluralism, prosperity, and education in the Middle East. Lebanon's strategic significance on the Eastern Mediterranean is clear to anyone who looks at a map. Certainly, America's competitors, both regional competitors and global competitors, look at the map and can see Lebanon's importance. Lebanon has two unique characteristics that will be vital in the decades to come: energy and water. Lebanon's coastline is the ultimate corridor for a gas pipeline hub for the southern and eastern Mediterranean into Europe. Lebanon is also a huge reservoir of fresh water. Both of these will be of great importance in the years ahead and can help secure Lebanon's future. But perhaps the most important vocation for Lebanon is its cultural mission. Lebanon brought Renaissance to the Middle East centuries ago through its ties to the West. This made it the intellectual and cultural heartland of the Middle East. It was in Lebanon that the first Arab Spring occurred, a peaceful Arab Spring, the Cedar Revolution of 2005, which saw the end of the Syrian regime's occupation of Lebanon. This was only 15 years ago, and how the region has changed since. Today, there is a similar struggle to reclaim Lebanon's sovereignty. The mission of the Christians of Lebanon is to love and serve our neighbors, our countrymen, whatever their religious beliefs. But in order to do this, Christianity must survive. With the help of America and the West, this sovereignty can be achieved. Thank you for your support.